Alright, so today we're going to go look at a 4106 that's for sale about an hour north of here. I got my buddy Mike here. I'm kind of interested in it, but I'm probably not going to buy it, but we're going to share this video and information with some other people that we know that are interested in the bus, that are in, you know, other places around the country, too far away to check it out.
That's what bus people do. We look at other buses for each other.
And we get to take this Mustang GT, 435 horse. I call it my time machine. All right, we're here. We're gonna start checking this bus over. It's got a peninsula window in the passenger door. These should come off so you can see the lug nuts underneath there. See what they're like.
That's the steel.
It's a cover.
Yeah, it's a cover over the steel axle.
11R22.5 Michelin's. See if we can find the date code on this tire. Is it over here? Nope. I'm not seeing a date code.
I'm not either.
It may be on the other side. You know, D windows often get corrosion.
4913 on the rear tire.
This has got this plate over it here, so
Oh,
that would hide any corrosion. But yeah, that looks like
that's a signboard. Like
would have been a destination sign. So this is covering up any corrosion that might be hiding under there, but I'm not seeing anything on that. Let's go inside. So I always smell, you know, I'm not getting, windows are open, so if it's dank, it hasn't had a chance to get.
There's the parking brake.
Yeah,
It is an automatic, and you shove the automatic way up there. That's pretty cool.
Has a Johnson bar. This is kind of stereo setup here. This looks like this is wood. This is wood. Pretty crusty. Has this been leaking? So the destination sign is covered up with a piece of canvas here. There's that. Is that just covering it, Mike, or is it is that fiberglassed in on the other side?
It might be fiberglassed in. It looks like it feels solid.
Okay. We'll want to take a closer look at that outside. Looks like it's got the original marker lights up there. Is this capped? I didn't, you know, I forgot to look.
I don't think it's capped.
No, it's not capped, is it?
No, that's not a cap.
Nice. Nice. So is that,
Yeah, so the destination sign is,
okay, it has been covered up.
yeah, this is covered up with a panel.
Ooh, that's cool. That could be accessed. That could be removed. Not super crazy about the door handle here. The door opening mechanism has been removed. Just did the seal job on mine. This has got no seal on this side of the door, so that's going to be pretty breezy right there. Good to meet you guys.
You too.
See ya. All right, let's get a better look at this dash. 2 tranny temp gauges. oil pressure, oil temperature. Amp meter, hour meter, miles. Reads 38,000 miles. Small air pressure gauge, tack, fuel, water temp gauge. Oh, that's not good. That's probably not working. See where it's setting?
Yeah.
280 degrees.
Yeah.
It's just reading setting there. That is, what? Is that a cruise? That's a cruise control, evidently.
Yeah, but I don't know what these two gauges are.
Those are going to have some idiot lights in there. Stock air operator wipers, it appears. This does appear to have Jake brakes. It's got the factory knob for the master switch. Defrost pump, extra battery, air compressor switch.
Oh, nice.
Defrost fan, fast idle. Some stuff probably related to the generator here. An hour meter. Not sure what couple those are. Oh, and it's got the aftermarket leveling system. Manual and highway switch.
Nice.
So I wonder if this has retained the factory leveling system. That would be very cool if it did. Yeah.
That feels like an air switch and not a...
Go ahead and flip it the other way. Flip it back to manual. It's got air in the rear bags. The fronts do not have any air in them currently. It hasn't been started for a while. We're going to do a cold start on it. This is a... I think this is a peninsula window here. There's some crust in here, crusty stuff. What is this? This is, it's kind of soft, right?
Kind of. Yeah, but
It's
they
got a
painted,
little-
somebody painted over it.
Oh, it's like,
It was like
painted vinyl or something?
Yeah, it's like vinyl material. It was discolored.
What is this?
They painted it and they painted over the wood cabinets and...
Yeah. Oh, he's got the batteries hooked up now. We've got a low air light. I don't like how they painted this.
Oh, yeah, we got a bunch of lights on. Dash lights are on.
Well, that would explain why his battery ran down. So I'm looking at this dash, and you know, it's kind of in the shape of the factory metal dash, but I'm seeing a lot of wood there. So I thought originally when I was looking at this that they had painted the metal white, but that doesn't appear to be the case.
That's a wood, definitely a wood dash there.
And what's going on here? This is where the factory defrost should be. You want to give that a little tug and see if that moves?
Which one?
That heater thing right there?
This is...
It's just sitting there. Pull that out of the way.
Oh, there's your defrost. There's your defrost thing. They shut that to vent to the defroster.
Well, that's odd.
That's the...
But that's not the box. That's not the factory cover. And I'm not sure if that's the factory coil or not.
They've made this...
Oh, I just fell. Yeah, that would be interesting to see if the two squirrel cage fans are underneath there. Can you see her on the side?
No, because there's tin over that. There's a little backup camera down here, too. That's what my bus used to have.
Well, that is kind of clever that they're getting heat out of that way. But yeah, you'd have to be able to shut that off with the defrost. Oh, that's not.
That goes to here.
That's
The
not.
corner defrost for the window and the...
Got it.
But this is reversed. I think. It's air ride seat on both sides. Nice.
All right, so we got a dual therm roof air. We've got cabinets down both sides.
You got any voltage yet?
Yeah, we got gas
Yeah, you
lights
got
that
some
are on,
juice.
and so we're just trying to figure out.
Coach number 376, 61. So it's early. Well, that's kind of weird. Is this supposed to be a wet bath? Huh. Yeah, I think this was supposed to be a wet bath. That's kind of wild. Not great. Those windows have screens in them. They're not the factory glass. That's not. Kind of clever. Good use of space, I suppose.
Doesn't stink. Actually,
Well, he's got baking soda in there, so that's good.
a little older, but he's got breakers up there. There's a light on up there. What the light is that?
I think the house and the engine batteries are tied together. Got a light on in here, back behind here.
Oh, I found the books from the previous owner.
All right, we're checking out the engine compartment. He's working on getting it started, but there's definitely some different stuff going on here.
Access panel.
So the alternator is connected in an unusual way. There's the alternator over there.
This is doesn't it be a brush generator? Because this is a generator with brushes.
The power steering pump's a little different than what I'm used to seeing as well. Maybe a different model. Got your air compressor there.
Here's the reservoir for power steering. That is a brush generator.
Yeah, as low as this reservoir's mounted, it's probably going to have some starvation issues
Oh
on
my
there.
god, it's loose. Loose as hell. What is that?
Oh, you're getting some spark in there?
No, this the tape making noise.
Oh, okay.
And then there's old school. Oh, this is a battery isolator. Yeah, nice. Like I have a battery isolator, so the input comes in one side, and you can charge either or batteries at the same time.
Okay.
And the access panel is clearly available on this bus.
Tranny filter. Got some hard pipe here.
And there's a rear cap. the mural painted on it. Nice.
Does appear to have jakes.
Oh, does not?
It does. It's got the jake valve covers on it.
Okay.
Here's your air cleaner. The turbo is a side mount, which is interesting.
This motor's fairly clean.
So I think I just found the problem. I think I moved these two grounds. And I got something over here. Or it's weak or so. Let's see. The floor.
Oh, I see on that frame right there.
Is that overfull? Yeah, it's overfull.
Yeah.
What kind of oil you been running in it?
I haven't actually done the oil on it, so I couldn't tell you.
It's overfull.
Oh, I see. Look, there's a two pickups right there. There's a pickup right there for
It's your tack drive.
the tack drive.
Well, this is unusual. This has been modified.
Oh yeah, maybe to hold for the hitch.
No, that holds the whole engine cradle.
Yeah, it does. So the hitch. Oh yeah.
What is this here? Is this a
What? Is that transmission cooler or reservoir?
maybe it's a cooler.
It could be a cooler, because
Does it have water lines
the
going into it?
transmission, right? But this line goes up to, where does this go? Oh, that goes to the radiator. It's a transmission cooler heat exchanger.
Okay,
In fact,
it's in an unusual place. Stuart Warner something or other. Is that what that is? Vestovia?
south.
Vestovia. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Well, read it.
Let me see that flashlight for a minute.
Stuart Warner something.
This seems a little unusual here. This, is that just sitting in there? This bar? No. You see this bar here?
Yeah.
It should be braced to something, and it seems kind of odd where the position that it's in.
Is that a slobber tube or is that a coolant?
Right there, it's just kind of hanging out right there. Is that attached to something?
Well, it's attached here, and it's
Okay, there it
attached to
is.
that bracket down there. Yeah, it's on the motor mount there.
All right, well, that's just a little different than mine, and that's different than what I had on my 4107.
We'll get comments.
Pretty sure.
They made a 4107?
I had a 4107 as well,
I
yeah.
didn't even know they made it. I heard of the 4104s and 4106. I never heard of the 4107. Did they make all the different numbers in between?
I'm not sure.
What was the question?
Well, I know they had a 4905. Did they have a 4108 as well? I'm not sure.
Well, I'm not trying to distract you. Just a little trivia while we're at it.
this side's got a gutter on
Alright,
it.
so I think my problem might be coming from corrosion in the lines.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go see if I got some other.
It's kind of an odd place for a furnace exhaust.
The driver's mirror's heated.
There's a
That's a furnace vent.
that. Yeah, that's
oh,
what
that's for the other one might be. What am I
that's related to the fridge probably, because the fridge is up there.
saying? It's not as far back. Oh, it could be.
Factory mirror's gone. Been replaced aftermarket.
Rosebud switch. Wow.
A little bit of moss here, growing. Check around the D windows for corrosion on these 4106s. They're notorious for it. There's some corrosion here. Corrosion here. Here. That glass is cracked. Gasket around the window needs to be replaced. Shot. Something weird about it. Some of these chunks are missing in there.
I would think on this bus maybe the ground would go to the engine and both of them are going right to the inner fender behind the tire. So I'm thinking might need a ground to the engine.
All right, so this is the rearmost bay on the passenger side.
There's a switch here.
That looks to be,
One turn off the.
that's a trace inverter. I wouldn't mess with the power switch there.
It's disconnected.
Okay. That's probably a couple thousand watts looking at the size of it, but
It's
maybe
on. That's off. This is grounded.
maybe you can get a rating off of that.
That's off. Rating.
On these 4106s and these GM buses in general, if you want to know if it's been leaking, you can take a look in the bays. You can come up here and look underneath, look up. And you can feel to see if anything's soft or damp, or if there's any evidence of wood rot, dry rot, anything like that. There is some odd stuff going on. It looks like we've got a sewer tank here that's not hooked up. There is some piping coming out of the central
That's
chase that runs up and down the middle of the bus. It's been cut into the side of the panel there.
Goes to the other side. There's a shower and a sinker over there. That could be a. I don't know if that's a gray tank or not yet. Not till we get the other side open.
I'm seeing some evidence of moisture over here.
Power cable over here. So the holes are drilled through. The power cable going through the holes.
Oh,
There's
yeah,
no
it
rubber.
needs some bushing on it, yeah.
Yeah. I can't get a rating. Oh wait. 50 amp operation. Typical.
All right, doesn't matter. Let's move on to the next
Yeah,
bay.
okay.
Make sure that gas strut isn't flopping around, hitting anything electrical in there. Push it to the right or forward. Yeah.
It was right there. There.
All right, let's go ahead and shut that bay and move on to the next one. You have to latch that.
Those hinges are.
Go ahead and just lift up on it. And then push it shut and then latch it. Yep. All right, next bay. Okay, for the truck. You're good. You gonna clear the truck?
Hold on. Matthew, get on that stick.
Whoa. What's happened here? Ooh. Bad smell. Yeah, something's been chowing on this.
That's poop pipes.
Ooh.
There's an AC unit, or no? That's the hot water. That's the hot water tank.
Just floating around.
Floating- Oh my god!
Yeah, there's
something peed down there.
there's turds in here.
Yeah.
There's lots of turds.
All right. Antivirus warning.
Yeah. This is not too smart when somebody does that right next to the
Oh,
structural component there.
shouldn't use house wiring like that.
Romex, yeah.
Yeah. Ready up.
Don't need to step out of the way here.
These hinges are in bad shape.
Yeah, but these are the reinforced type.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, see, it's got the fibers in them. It's not the pure rubber like I have. So
Oh,
these
okay.
are stronger. Fuel day door.
Oh.
Yeah, this rubber's gone here in this area.
Is that a door?
Yeah, well, it should be latched down at the bottom. It looks like there's some latches here. Something, I don't know.
Airspring almost works on this one. Look, there's some electronics here.
Okay, is that holding itself up?
This is furnace room.
Is it holding
No,
itself
I gotta
up?
hold it. Okay, there's some hot water, plumbing.
So this has been revised. So it looks like there's an auxiliary tank here,
Underneath.
right there.
Yeah.
So that tells me that the factory heating has been removed because that would have been in this area behind that. There's usually a factory wall there, and there's a blower back behind that, so that's been removed. There, inside this area where this box is, there's a pump and stuff that's usually in there. Is that all hot water heater now? Or is
Oh,
this?
what's that? Is that the that's not the fuel.
No, this is an auxiliary tank of some sort.
Oh,
I'll bet you
okay.
this is an auxiliary diesel tank.
That could be, okay.
So,
This looks like a furnace, unless it's,
oh, that would explain the furnace vent right there.
yeah, because that's the furnace electronics.
But what's odd is this. So there's something, there's usually a factory heating related stuff in this area, and then there's a booster pump for the defrost that lives in this area.
This could be a box for blowing air, and there might be a vent up there.
Okay. Tell him to stop for a sec.
Stop
Just-
and hold for a minute.
Just let that set for a second before you try again. Let that heat soak into the cylinders a little bit. Might want to grab them wrenches off there.
Off here. Alright, I'm gonna set them up there. You ready?
Yeah, hit it.
Try again.
Low compression.
Stop. Yep, wait. Starting to fire.
How How long has it been since he started? He said he started last week. Is that right?
I think so.
Let's ask him. Run up there and ask him.
So sat for a year. 2 months ago he started it.
Okay, have him hit it.
All right, hit it again.
Temperature gauge went back to normal. The oil pressure gauge is either not working or we got no oil pressure.
Oh, that's what we got oil pressure. Oh, that's good oil pressure. Well, I clicked it to highway just to make it.
See? Okay.
And I didn't see the regular air pressure gauge. I didn't even look. I was looking at that and I was trying to read voltages. It's got parking lights on and stuff.
Air pressure is coming up. It's at 30 right now.
Oh, that's pretty good. Oh. That's the guy.
Alright, so the air pressure is coming up in the bags. We don't have a functioning oil pressure gauge on the dash. Tachometer doesn't appear to be working either. There's been some leaking going on back here on this axle. See all the grease down there? Some good years. 4913. So I think that means 2013. So these are, does that mean 49th week of 2013?
Yeah, 49th working 13.
2013, so they are 7 years old.
I mean, it would leak here.
Yeah, I don't know where that's coming from. It doesn't.
It's coming. It stayed way in there, so it's coming from in there somewhere. Maybe it's the inner seal is leaking, which would be it's leaking on the brake. So that would have to.
There isn't an inner seal. It's all right there. I mean, there may be inside there, but this is one piece. Oh wait, no, there's a hub. There's a hub.
This is a hub.
Yeah, there's
that
a
runs
hub
on the
there.
outside. So this is the axle that comes out. The hub has got a inner seal and an outer seal. And that's.
It's got Alcoas. These look smaller than mine.
These are they 11 or 12?
They're 11. this side of the bus.
Yeah.
All right, we got something leaking in this area.
Okay, so that's all. Yeah, all my stuff. Good. I'll save the battery.
Yeah, for sure.
There's an air valve.
Propane tank bay here.
Yeah.
Oh, and the wall's been cut out of this bay
Because
to
there's
extend
that.
over. Oh, look, it's open in the middle. Huh. There's an extra board that's been added right in this area for some reason.
Oh, nice Jimmy.
Old Onan. Is there any rot?
That's gas. The old opposed twin cylinder on him, which
So is it gasoline or propane?
that's
The propane right here.
propane for. Yeah.
I don't know. To look at it for a minute here. Let's get some light on it. We think that's a gasoline generator.
Yeah, but gas can run on propane anytime. We've proved it.
Well,
They're
with
the
the,
same internally.
well, yeah. I mean, we have to switch the carb though if you want to go propane. Okay, there's some
Winter gear.
chains and stuff. This is the bay that's had a rodent living in it.
Yeah, there's the rodent
Yeah.
evidence. Yeah.
There's a pipe sticking out right there. Now, I would think that would be a generator exhaust, but where it's located,
That's underneath the sink in the dishwasher. And can you hold this, Matthew?
I'll just be straight with you. I never.
where'd you get it?
Vancouver. Facebook.
So that could be a gray water tank, or it could be fresh. Because
With
there's
the
a-
white hose coming out of it, it's probably fresh.
Yeah.
Small diameter white hose. So the regulator would live back in this area.
Okay.
If, you know, there's a
Hold up there.
charging issue. We'll go ahead and take a
Oh,
peek.
does this not open?
That looks like it opens. This inch.
Oh, it does, because on mine there's a battery box. There'll be latches on the bottom. Look on the very bottom.
Oh. Oh my goodness, it's wired. There you go.
Is safety wired or something?
There's your gray.
Gray or gray and black combined, or do we know?
Looks like a half and halfer because it's got two areas. It looks like.
Oh yeah, it does, with a wood box covering.
There's been some moisture here on this wood.
Yeah, that's under the shower and the. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's under the hot water heater too.
It's gotten wet and there's been some Bondo or body, or what, not body filler, what the fuck, wood filler applied to that. What's the black stuff that's stripped back and forth on there? It's kind of odd. What's some adhesive?
Where are you?
I'm just looking at the wood and there's some.
Oh, the bathroom is over here. Toilet tank. So that's black. That would be gray if they're separate. Yeah. With.
There's something leaking down back here. It does have the factory leveling valves back here anyways. Yeah. And there's the bags are not in that great a shape. Bags probably need to be done. I left my flashlight in the car. You got
Oh,
a flashlight there, Mike?
Oh.
In your phone?
yeah, I got one.
Or actually, I can.
Mm-hmm. Big rat's nest in there. But
Yeah, yeah, something's been living in there.
misting system?
Radiator misters.
Yeah, yeah. You pull in the hill, you turn on your misters, and cools off
I
your
see, we
radiator.
were just talking about that. I was like, I don't know what that's for.
So, I believe this bulkhead's been repaired because this would have been aluminum, I think, you know? And I'm seeing rust, and aluminum doesn't rust. See if I can get a light here. This is a little different. I need my flashlight.
I'll go run. Of course not.
So we're looking at the bulkhead alongside the radiator here, and it looks like there's a piece of it gone in this area, because this is this closed in on my bus? Seems like this is closed in on my bus in this area. We can check when we get back, but it looks like it's been covered with some steel here. You see that? Like back in there, there's another layer on top of the aluminum back there. Do you see that?
Well, can you see it from the inside in the access hatch inside?
Actually, yeah, that might be a good place to look.
Yeah, get your camera down there and poke little left, right, view transmission in.
So the bottom of this bulkhead here, this is on the passenger side by the tranny. This is bent out down here on the bottom. So it's been snagged on something and it's been cut to allow the tranny to go through there, but it hasn't been cross braced. Typically there should be a cross brace across the bottom of that to tie in the center section of the bulkhead on the other side. Let's inspect from here a bit. So that looks like aluminum from here in just a couple layers, but I see bolts and not rivets.
Oh,
See those bolt heads?
yeah, I do.
I told you I'd give you a call back when I got freed up from this. Okay, well, yeah, I'll call you back when I get freed up and we'll go from there.
There's a chunk missing over here too, right there. Right there.
Oh, I see
They
it.
did a shitty job cutting that out. All right, we're looking under the engine now at the cradle and whatnot. There's something different about this cradle attach up here at the front. There's been a piece of steel added there. It's kind of U-shaped. There appears to be a slobber catch there. There is kind of a weird little thing added here. And is that cracked? Right there?
Oh,
yeah,
right
that's,
where that bolt goes through?
no, it's cracked right there. Right
Oops, sorry.
there. It's cracked right there. So
Oh, yeah.
Are you seeing something else up there?
Yeah, I think it's just dirt though.
But this is added on. This is not
Yeah, that's
factory cradle stuff
this.
there. I don't know.
This is cradle here.
Right, this piece here is this big bolt with
No,
that
that's added.
cross members tying to that goes up at the.
That big bolt is
Is that what's going to that one I was looking at earlier? Does that go to
Oh,
the
yeah, it goes to this little cross member thing that's adjustable. Yeah, that goes
So
up to this.
that is odd. That is very odd.
Yeah, it's like
It's not in the right place.
it prevents. Shoot, I don't even. Yeah, it's just weird. It's a weird.
This is difficult to do while I'm under here.
It's almost like a lateral, or it's going to prevent moving something laterally, but actually it's not preventing anything from moving laterally. I mean, engine to bumper, that's the only thing. It's just a weird,
So
maybe it's just holding
that
it.
other side of that bolt goes to that guy right there,
Yeah.
and that is very odd. That is not where that belongs.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I've got a 92 on mine, so it's different, and it's been a while since I had a V71, but that is in the wrong place.
Engine guys will know.
Yeah, somebody will know. Somebody will know. A good engine access here. Some light on the starter's hiding down there. This board's kind of in the way of getting fully in there where I can see. I'm going to stop and flip this over. Bulkhead. This is the compartment under the driver's seat. It's your auxiliary air tank. So we've got two roof airs. There's a crank up satellite laying down kind of the wrong way up there. Fantastic fan. Didn't notice the fan in the bathroom. But there's a fan in the bathroom or vent of some kind there. All right, this is under the right rear area back by the transmission. Just kind of looking at the general condition of the bushings and frame stuff. Coffee can up under there. You can see some of the bulkhead through there. Let's see if I can get it on the camera.
Does that bracket look normal?
Yeah,
That rear stabilizer, does your bus have a rear stabilizer? You don't.
it has that. Yeah, that's all on mine. Yeah.
Oh, well, did they lower it? No?
No, it's
Weird. I don't know why you don't have the cutouts like that, but although that looks like...
yeah, that is. I don't remember seeing those notches on mine. I was kind of wondering about some stuff I was seeing back here. You see how this is got this member that comes down here? I was wondering if I have that on mine. Don't get under there too far, because you got
Okay.
making bags on this thing.
Oh, let me move your head so I can see what you're looking at.
What's the date code on this interdual? That doesn't look so great.
Oh, sorry.
Inner tire is not.
Yeah, 2010, who knows? Oh, shit. Differentials.
You can see the bulkhead pretty good here. You see that?
Let's see
Flash that for a second over here. There's the bottom of that bulkhead. Here, you can have it back.
What? Oh.
You can kind of see that on the. Yeah, you can see over there on the other side.
Rust on the frame.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of rust, huh?
Oh, there's a slobber tube.
Let me see that for a second. See that? I'm shining the light at.
Hold on. One, I gotta get my head where your head is. Okay. Yeah.
I just don't remember those being on mine. I wonder if this has been added. This.
Oh.
So we're looking at the other side of it over there.
Your bus doesn't look like.
This looks different.
Yeah, it does look
Let me
different.
get up where you're at. Let me come that way a little bit.
Okay. Here.
Those bags are shot.
What shot?
Oh, bags. Airbags.
There's 8 on this bus, right?
2 per tire. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so the cradle has been cut to make room for this exhaust box that's in this thing.
And this box is heavy steel, but
It
it's
looks like it's welded through it. So they needed to make room for this combiner thing. And so they cut the fucking cradle out and welded this box in there, but they didn't do a very good job. It's just barely hanging, and this is structural right here. This
This
is
That
structural.
one's different.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is.
that's structural right there. That should have more meat to it. I mean, it ties in this way. This is the bigger member here that's carrying the load, but that's stupid.
Nice bumper.
Yeah, the bumper's pretty straight. You know, it's got some gouges in it, but
A few parts it out.
They hit me up yesterday. They were like, "We're looking for a travel trailer." So
there's that cradle piece that's cut.
So it's not exactly what we're looking for.
No,
They're looking for something to move into.
All right, we're gonna go for a little test drive as soon as the air builds up.
Does a higher RPM switch work?
No.
Oh, it don't. No.
I haven't noticed any difference from it.
The Jakes work?
I never tried them.
Oh, we're gonna have to try those. Actually, you can try them right now. Flip them on, and go ahead and stomp on the gas, and then let off. I didn't hear any jigs.
I didn't hear nothing.
Usually, you'll get a few little. Oh, I heard some jigs
I
there.
heard something, yeah.
I heard that time, yeah. Okay, we're up at 90 now. I'm feeling good. You feeling alright?
That's probably enough.
Alright, hang on.
Is the brake on?
Like driving a bus around.
Oh, no power steering?
Not that it feels like.
Oh, it should. It has power steering. It's got
It
power.
might be power steering, but it doesn't.
It's got a power steering pump on it.
It could have power steering. Maybe I just.
Were you? We were looking for a bungee cord to hold the door shut because the door latch doesn't work.
I don't know if the dinger's oil alarm.
No, I don't think so. That's unusual. So you don't have an oil pressure gauge that's working up here, but you got a temperature gauge that's working.
Yeah, the jig works.
Jigs work, okay. Smell something hot?
Yeah, the
The
exhaust.
engine cover's off back there.
Oh, okay. Tack?
I don't see a tack.
Yeah, tack ain't working.
Where's the tack? Oh, right here. Yeah, that's not
That's a
working.
bell, not a buzzer, so almost like.
How much play is in the wheel? Quite a bit, okay. You got a fan or what is that? I think we better, easy.
What's your air pressure?
Air
Is that-
pressure's up like a 140.
That's an air leak. I think you better get it back home.
We'll go do a spin around at the.
Easy.
Yeah, sorry about that. I forget the. I
How's
just
your-
check and make sure we have brakes still.
Yeah, we're losing air somewhere. What's your air pressure saying now?
Like 120.
Is that air or is that something else?
That's not blow off because when I went up there, it was up at like 140. I don't know.
Oh, you hit a safety?
It's probably a safety blow off, I would assume.
Air safety blow off?
Possibly.
Yeah.
But what's it at now? It should have stopped.
It's at 90.
Hang on. Crazy man at the wheel here.
Like I said, I'm not used to just driving a bus. I drove it once.
Yeah, it's back there in the engine compartment. Is your air still up? Oh, it stopped.
I was thinking it's a blow off for too much pressure. And then it has to probably hit 90.
Oh, it
before
could have been a
gets back
regulator
off.
thing.
That's what I think, a regulator.
Well,
Instead of, you know how trying to.
Because it went up to 140 and then when it started making that noise and then it went down to 90 and it shut off.
Yeah.
well, I would think if it would have stopped sooner than down to 90, right? You gonna scrape here?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. But I don't think so.
This is school, right? So that means this has got to be school bus friendly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's an air pressure regulator. Is this right stupid in mine?
You want to get out and look at it where you can lay it on the ground and look under it, or you're good underneath it?
I'm
now?
good. I did that. What I
You
need
got
to
your
do.
fix of that one?
I didn't bring my coveralls anyways. They're back at the house.
Right here. I just figured. I'd ask since we're here. You want to drive it back so you get a feel for it, or you're good?
I mean, I could, but
If you're finding video on it, and
go ahead. Just
film it.
it's your bus. You.
Yeah.
It's the steering slop issue. I spent a lot of time on that on my bus. I got that sorted out.
Last time I drove it, had the engine cover on there. You couldn't smell everything in here.
Yeah. That's why I opened this. And that's simultaneously is when I heard the air back
air
there.
blow up, too,
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
I thought the same thing when you opened it. What the hell that caused?
What's your temperature gauge say? Second
150.
150, okay. Two most critical things on a Detroit are oil pressure and engine temperature. Tranny temp gauges work?
They haven't moved yet if they do.
That'd be a good one for Jake's there.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I waited too long to turn them on.
No, they're working. It's a little firm on the ride in the front here. I'm wondering if you got enough pressure in them bags.
Yeah, it says like 40 pounds.
40?
Yeah.
I run them a lot more than that.
Okay.
There you get some Jake action. I'm going to put my 62 bulkhead in to compare what that looks like. This is, you know, by the radiator. So you can see that my bus has got a cross brace going underneath the transmission. It's also got a cross brace coming back here to kind of tie that in. That was hanging on that other bus. And this is what my bulkhead looks like. It's very different. You know, I've got rivets and stuff in here, and that other one had a bunch of bolts, you know, square bolt heads and stuff in there. So there's something different about that. So on my 6V92, you can see that that turnbuckle style member that comes off the engine there comes and ties in over here into the cradle. And on that other bus, that was going down over here underneath, tying into something over there. It was kind of weird. It seemed out of place. My gut tells me that's wrong.